my channel. Okay, so you can see I have another box here. Oh my gosh. Okay, I said I don't want my channel to be a channel for just unboxing of luxury goods. I think I said that maybe 2 videos ago. Well, I can't stop buying stuff. So, during the current situation, we're home a lot. I just can't stop browsing websites. And recently, I've tapped into this vintage buying space. And I think even in my last video, I said I have something on the way, and this is the thing. So I guess, we will just see where my channel goes. Right at this moment, my new kind of obsession is with finding vintage good online. It's mostly with eBay. So I don't know if you check out my last video. I recently purchased a No Way in the standard size from eBay through bidding. I'll show you guys that bag in a bit, but you can check out that unboxing first. Anyways, without further ado, this is, I just got it. I just had to open it. So I am opening it in front of you, and let's see how it looks like, and let's see if it's in the condition as we expect. Like, these things are so tricky, right? It's not like you're buying something from the official website where you know exactly what you pretty much can expect, and if anything is wrong, you can always arrange a return. But with these bags, with these buyers, you just can't. Like, you often don't want to go through that process simply because I've already paid quite a bit of duty on this one. And this one again is from another Japanese seller, so it's just kind of seemed crazy to have to ship this back to Japan, right? So I don't know if other people ever do return. I'm sure some people do, but I don't intend to, and I'm hoping I don't have to consider that. But like I said, with the shipping fee and the duty that you have to pay on these bags, it just doesn't seem worthwhile unless there's like a serious issue with it. So I'm just gonna check to make sure. Okay, so I just got it open, and I'm gonna pull it out. Oh my god, it's hard to guess what it is. Okay, I'm gonna put this aside. I'm soaking my hands in sanitizers just because, And I have to say, the one thing that I've been so surprised and amazed about the whole eBay buying process is how fast like these things get shipped. I think I bought this maybe like 4 days ago, like across the world, and it's here. Like, I'm not even in a big city in Canada, so it's kind of crazy that I could just like buy something and get it in like 2-3 days, or something flying all the way from Japan to my city in like 4 days. Anyways, I thought that's amazing. Okay, okay, so there is a little note, a little thank you note. That's pretty cute. I like that. I didn't have that in my last purchase, but again, so it's just asking, for a little feedback. So it's coming wrapped like this, which, it's not the same type of unboxing that you would do, right? Obviously, when you're buying from like the official website where you get the fancy box and the ribbon, and I've done so many of those too, so you can check out those ones as well. But, oh my goodness, it's so far looking pretty decent. I'm just gonna be careful when I rip everything out. Wow, it's great. I love this color. So I know it's still kind of hard to tell, but I think if you're if you're a fan of the brand, you probably are able to tell by the handle and stuff. Oh my goodness. Okay, so wow, it opens flat like this, and I think sometimes this is how the official site, they also package theirs. I feel so nervous about touching it because I just had quite a bit of hand sanitizer on my hand, but I will. Sorry guys, I mean, you can't really see the gist of the bag, but I think you know what it is. It is a Speedy bag, obviously, and it is actually in the size 40. So it's quite large. I forgot to get something to stuff the bag so I can properly show you guys the size. I will see if I can find something now to stuff it. But it is the Speedy in the size 4. You know what? It's actually not as huge as I thought it would be. I thought it would be much larger, but it's actually not too bad at all. Okay, and I will show you guys. It's beautiful. Sorry, I'm not just like lost for word. I just want to examine the bag carefully and make sure it does match with the picture. And I am in this moment of just, so I know the threading here had a little bit of like issue here. I don't know if I can simply just like cut the thread. I'm not too sure yet, but I know it was shown on the picture, and the handle is absolutely beautiful. I love this honey color. It's amazing. I don't remember my bag turned this color at any point because I think I was never too careful with the handle. I just like use it, you know, whenever I just grab with my hand. Like I never really cared for it. But this color is amazing, and there's no stain, well, no visible, really obvious stain on the tabs either. I think there's a teeny bit of scratch on here, but again, it's not obvious by any means. Same thing on this side. Like tiny scratches, but I don't even know if it's visible on the camera. Maybe it is, but like no stain whatsoever. It's still gorgeous. So I guess the benefit of having one is I could do like a detailed comparison with my own bag to make sure. So this one actually did come with authenticity certificate. So, I mean, it wasn't included with the package, I don't think, but there is a link through Entropy, which I think is a pretty well-known bag authentication kind of resource. And it is authenticated through them. So I think it's amazing shape because it's amazing condition, because you can see even the hardware has very little wear, very little chipping. Even the tab, you can tell the color, it's still nice and even. It's not dark or like dirty. And you know what? Like so many secondhand Speedy, the tab here has fallen off. Like even mine, I can tell it's been stretched quite a bit and it's starting to fall. So basically, I think it shows that this bag is not really being used a lot. So, and that's kind of the reason why I picked this bag. So now the corners, again, very little wear. I did a video on my Speedy at one point, and I'll show you guys that right now. I don't know if I need to stuff it to show you guys, but okay, I'll show you guys how it looks like on me quickly. I don't even know if you can tell if I hold it like this. It's great. Like this is exactly the size I want. It's kind of funny because right now the trend is going like small size, but I just saw this bag, and I think the reason is because I've been debating whether I want a Keppel or Keppel, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but the Louis Vuitton travel bag with the two vachetta strap like around the bag. I mean, I kind of want one of those for traveling more specifically, and specifically the one with a shoulder strap. But sometimes I just find like I want something that, you know, if I can only use it for travel, then I can only use it once a year, right? Once or twice a year, I don't know. I mean, I don't travel that often, but so I, you know, sometimes I feel like, why don't I get something in between where I can use it for travel, but as well for like an everyday use. And I just love my Speedy 30. So there you go. This is a comparison of the two sizes. This is 40 and this is 30. And there is a 35 in between size, which I contemplated, but decided to go with 40 because I think, well, first of all, it would be way too similar to my size 30, and plus this is the one that I found with a better condition, and I think it was at a reasonable price point, so I decided to go with this one, and I'm really happy that I did because it's just beautiful. Like, I really don't care for the brand new Vachetta. Like, I just got the Nano Speedy and it's like really pale. I've been trying to get some patina on it, but it's taking forever. It's gonna be a while before you can get this kind of beautiful honeycomb color. But I mean, once you went over this stage, you can tell my 30 is like very, very used. I've used this bag to death. Like, it's my go-to bag for everything, for travel, for work. I used it since I was 18 years old. So it's been with me forever. I will never sell this bag because it is a gift from my dad when I turned 18, and I love it, but you can tell like the handles are pretty disgusting now. When we bought our new puppy, when I just got our new puppy, she did kind of chewed on the handle. So it's got some wear, but I mean, this tab is still there and everything, it's still intact. There's no loose thread or anything, which I guess it's better compared to that one. So I'm just gonna do a detailed comparison of the two, but I really don't have much doubt about the authenticity of the bag. I can kind of tell even just by touching and feeling the bag. So, and the seller again has like a number of reviews and very high feedback, so I don't really have any concern with buying from these sellers. So awesome piece. I can do a little comparison of the two sizes on me. So obviously this is quite large, but again, like I said, it's more for potential travels, or you know, if I'm going, it's like a weekend bag almost, if I'm going somewhere and I can use it for just a short trip. I think it packs a ton, like Speedy really packed so much. And this one here. And I love the 30 size. I think it is the most classic and most user-friendly size, and I love it. And I figured I would also use this quick video to talk to you guys about these vintage bags that I've purchased so far. So I showed you guys last time. My last video is about the Noe. And again, when I did that video, the Noe wasn't stuffed properly, so I didn't really give it a fair kind of reveal. It wasn't really like nice and pretty. I've been so in love with this bag since I got it, even though it's been like a week. But I mean, it's just beautiful. Like, even my husband can't believe that this bag is only for about $500 Canadian. It's like so gorgeous, and the leather is beautifully just the bag is beautifully made. There's really no visible stain, except I think there's one little mark here, but again, it's nothing. Like, compared to the overall condition of the bag, if you look at the hardware, if you look at even the drawstring, it's not in the best condition, but it's still beautiful. Like, it's still one piece. It's still like nice and soft. No like cracking. The canvas is like absolutely in perfect shape. So I just feel like I am in this now. Like, it's an addiction for me because I feel like I'm basically getting deals all the time. So this one, like I said, it was really cheap. So this one, well, not really cheap, but this one I bid for $308 US, which is only about $420 Canadian dollar. The shipping was about $40, and then the duty on top of that, well, the tax really, because this one they didn't actually charge me duty. It was only our local tax that was charged, which was 13%. I am in Ontario, Canada. And all in all, it really adds only to like $520, something around there with all the conversions, because the rate changes on a daily basis. But yeah, $520 for this bag, where, you know, the exact same bag in store right now is almost $2,500. So it's just like, I think it's a, you know, a great find, amazing buy. If you are able to like get your hands on these bags that are in really nice condition, even though the years might be old, I think it's amazing because, like I said many times, the make on these bags are much, much better in the old days. And, you know, again, with this one, you can tell it's just in such amazing condition. There's like no major like obvious wear or damage or anything like that. You can tell the owner took really good care of it, and it's such an amazing find. So this one is a little bit more expensive. This one actually started off, so this one I think started off with like $1, which a lot of them do start with $1 and then you bid up. I think I end up being this one end up having the No Way end up having 45 bids, I think. And this one started up high. This one started with $380 US, which wasn't too bad. I think about 500 Canadian. And I end up only bidding another $15 on top of that. So this one ended up being $395 US, which translates to about $540 or $30. I think $530 Canadian, and which is still a really nice price point. The only problem is this one. So this one came with FedEx, and this one came with DHL, which, you know, again, I don't know what's the difference. I think when the seller ship them, they will give the shipping company a different tariff code, which determines whether, you know, what kind of tax, what kind of duty and custom charges is going to be applied to your item. So with this one through DHL, they charged me, I think, 10.5% for the overall duty, and then again on top of that, the 13% local tax, which end up being more like 25% tax plus the $40 shipping. So this one, unfortunately, did come to about $700 Canadian, maybe $710. It's still not a bad price. Like if I'm looking at the local market again, I think I mentioned this one too. The local market for this one in this exact condition would be at least like a $750 range. I think I can easily, like even personally, I think I can easily get rid of it for that price. And this one here in this condition for this size, I think I can probably sell for $900, but I got it for $700. Not to say I'm gonna start doing this as a business or anything, especially right now. I don't think it's a good idea to be dealing with people, but I guess I'm trying to say is, you know, don't be afraid of going the eBay route. I've been hesitant to ever buy from eBay for years for that reason, because of the duty and the fact it's from like a seller across the world and you can't see the condition of the bag. You can't, you know, have a good sense of you can't see the bag in person. All that reason makes it kind of scary to buy online, but do look into it and, you know, it might surprise you what you can find. And so far, these two pieces have been so amazing, and I'm so happy with them. And I hope you can also find a bag that you love. I'll also just show you guys quickly what the Noe looks, because last time I think it wasn't stuffed, so I wasn't able to give you guys a fair shot. And you know, I love the bag. I just think it's so gorgeous. And you know, my husband, who normally doesn't care for these things, even commented that this is such a beautiful bag. I love the canvas contrast with this beautiful color vachetta. It's just, I am over the moon with them this week, but have not made any other purchase yet. Fingers crossed. I am looking at things obviously regularly, but it's kind of tricky. Like some days you feel like, oh, maybe I can spend $500, and some days you feel like, I'll set my limit at $300. So it's fun. You know, it helps me put my mind, you know, on something else. You know, I am very fortunate that my financial situation is not impacted by the current pandemic, which is, I'm very, very lucky. I know a lot of people are not as fortunate, so if this video does offend you, please just shut it off. But if you know, if you're looking for another thing to get your mind off some, you know, the negativity going on in the world, you know, it's something to look into. It's very fun and interesting. So if you have any questions, or you want to comment, or you want to see more of these type of things, let me know, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.